Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play She Caught My Fancy by Ween. This is an unreleased song. I believe it was supposed to be on Quebec, the Kaiser tapes, whatever you want to call it. But I've yet to see any accurate representation of the chords be posted online, so I thought I'd come in here and shed some light. Right. So, starters, there's a Kappa 1 2 right here. We'll make sure everything's lined up because even the slightest little off bit of a capo can make it sound stupid. So yeah, our first chord is going to be a G, right? Nice, solid starting chord, right? However, this E string, we're not going to play it. We're going to mute it with whatever fat of our hand that we have sticking over. So, no ring finger, just. After that, our next chord is F major 7. So that's just back and forth, that's the beginning of it is. So, that does for that. Our next bit after that, after we've done that a couple times, it's just the intro part. After that would be starting with G again, and then to a C major 7, which is basically just the same thing, but you move it over one string to over here. Now, while you're doing this, your not pinky, your ring finger is going to be on, or I guess what would be the third fret, and your pinky is going to hammer on and off. Ugh, God, cramping. Your pinky is going to hammer on and off. So while you're playing, so that's just going to be doing that. After that, you have a B minor. Now, I don't like to play the barred version of this because it's hard to transition from this to the barred. But I like to go from this to this version, which will be like right here. I'll put on this screen somewhere. Right there. So yeah, so B minor down to an A minor to a D7. And then back to G. So that full part would be so once you've played that, I think 2 or 3 times, maybe 4, I don't know, look back at the song if you need direction about that. But once you've played that a couple times, after your D7, you play 0, 2, 2, 0, 3. So that's 2, 0, 2 on the low E string, 2, 0 on the second string, and then 3 on the low E. She caught my fancy. You don't have to do it that slow, but and then you're just back to that G and F major 7. So once you get to this part around the song, you do the special thing with the F major 7 is you take your pinky again, your magic finger pinky, and you hammer off. You're going 3, 0, 3, 1 with this F major 7. And I like to do that walk down. You don't have to do that walk down, but I like doing it. You're completely free to just go. After that, it's your choice. who am I to tell you what to do? So after that, you're going to be doing G again, but only like that. That's the only part you're playing G on this bit, which I believe is the bridge, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. But it would be G, G, A minor 7, B11, A minor 7, B11, C major 7, G. You play that twice, 2 times. So in full, that is. Once you get to that B11 on the second time, you go for a regular old D. Just 2, 3, 2. Down to D7. Down to, you just take your pointer finger off, and then I just play nothing. And then you're back to G. So, in full, on your last part, or your second bit of going to the bridge, it would be. Oh, sorry. So, on your second go through of the bridge, it would be. Back to that G. So, at this G, you're just going to go through the main part again. Back to that B minor. And you're just going to do that a couple times, and then once you get to that last bit that you think is, that you think should be the ending point, you're going to do 0, 2, 2, 0, 3 again. She caught my fancy. Now, and that is the end of the song. But what I like to do, since it's supposed to be a sort of, like French kind of major 7th chord kind of song, what I like to do is I like to play G, but I like to have this finger on the second fret of the high E. Make sure your fucking fat hand doesn't mute it. It's 2, 3, 0, 0, 4, 0, 4, 0. So, once again, 2, 2, 3, 0, 0, 4, 0, 4, 0, G. So it sounds something like. Yeah, so that's the end of that. This last little bit, which is just for anyone who's like actually like planning on releasing a full cover on this using my chords and my chords only. The last little picking bit, there's picking, there's the hammering off and hammering on at there. Once you get to the B minor, if you are doing a picking track, just like a backup track where one track you're playing the chords, one track you're doing the hammerings off and on. The hammerings off and on for the B minor chord would be 5, 2, 5, 2, 3. Then once you get to the A minor, it's 3, 0, 3, 1. Then once you get to the D7, it's not really anything, but you can hammer on the D on the high E string, because you know Dean Ween loves to do that. It's like his signature move. But yeah, that's how to play She Caught My Fancy.